road, the ferry terminal remains open to no one. One gate light holds above the boarding lane. The glass doors reflect the dark water outside. Nothing is being announced tonight. Below the canopy, the empty ramps remain still. A heater vent gives one low breath. No ticket is being checked. Near the entrance, a row of turnstiles stands beneath a narrow sign. Their metal arms remain crossed. No card passes through. A ticket scanner rests dark on its pedestal. Its screen remains blank. No green line appears there. Along the waiting hall, molded seats hold a dull shine under the ceiling lamps. Their curved backs remain in exact rows. No coat settles across them. A timetable board hangs above the far wall. The final departure line remains printed. No update enters below it. Beyond the glass, the boarding bridge reaches toward the ferry berth. Its covered frame keeps a pale tunnel shape over the water. No footstep enters it. Rubber seals line the door at the bridge entrance. They remain closed. No latch is lifted. At the service desk, a monitor rests on the counter beside a stack of leaflets. Its display remains black. No cursor wakes there. A bell sits on the polished wood near the corner. Its chrome keeps a soft reflection. No finger rings it. Near the vending machines, a mop bucket rests beside the tiled wall. Its handle leans to one side. No water shines inside. A caution sign remains folded against the baseboard. Its yellow panels stay shut. No hinge opens. On the harbor side, long panes face the berth in one unbroken line. The outer lights reflect in narrow streaks across the glass. No rain strikes them. Far below, the water keeps a slow, dark movement around the pilings. It remains gentle. No wake reaches in from the channel. At the boarding doors, pressure bars run across the metal frames. Their brushed surfaces remain cold under the lamp glow. No one presses through. A small speaker grill above the center door remains silent. No boarding call returns. No final tone sounds there. From the ceiling above the check-in row, one fluorescent tube gives a faint electrical note. Not sharp, not repeated. Then the terminal returns to its held quiet. The seats keep their rows. The hall remains unchanged. Near the brochure rack, folded maps remain arranged by route and color. Their corners hold neat lines under clear acrylic. No copy is taken. A weather notice rests beside them under a clip. The paper stays flat. No hand turns it over. At the far side of the room, a cleaning cart stands beneath a shuttered kiosk. Its shelves hold spray bottles and rolled cloths in order. No wheel moves. A paper cup rests in the upper tray near the handle. Its rim catches one pale line of light. Nothing lifts it away. Along the floor, pale guidance strips lead toward the boarding lane in calm angles. The lines remain clean against the darker tiles. No shoe follows them. A drain cover near the entrance gate keeps one square reflection from the canopy. It remains still. No drop passes through it now. the harbor doors, a chain hangs between two chrome posts. Its links keep one heavy curve across the path. No clasp is released. The post caps reflect the gate light in small circles. They remain bright. Nothing shifts them out of line. Beyond the berth, the outline of the ferry remains beside the dock. Only a few deck lamps stay on along the upper level. No engine note rises from it. A loading ramp rests below the terminal windows in locked position. Its painted lines remain pale. No vehicle climbs there. Inside the side office, a jacket hangs over the back of a chair near the partition. The sleeves remain folded inward. No one returns for it. A logbook lies open on the desk beside a switched-off lamp. The last page remains filled. No new line is written there. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The terminal keeps its late arrangement above the berth, quiet and fluorescent, while the ferry waits below in the dark water. Near the outer wall, a row of luggage trolleys stands nested beneath a metal rail. Their wheels remain turned inward. No handle is pulled free. A blue strap hangs from the nearest trolley basket. Its end remains twisted around one bar. Nothing loosens it tonight. At the emergency cabinet, a red life ring rests behind glass beside a folded chart. Its white bands remain clear. No latch opens there. A small key hangs on a numbered tag beneath the case. The ring remains still. No hand reaches down. On the lower pane, dried salt marks remain along the edge above the sill. They catch the harbor light in faint lines. No cloth wipes them away. Beyond them, the berth keeps its dark shape beside the hull. The bridge remains empty. The whole terminal holds its waiting quiet under the last gate light. At the wall clock, the minute hand passes midnight. No one turns to it now. Nothing answers. Below the terminal windows, the ferry keeps its place against the berth. A line of deck lamps remains along the upper rail. No loading begins there. At the gangway hinge, bolts hold a dull shine above the water. The ramp remains set in its locked angle. No wheel climbs toward it. A safety chain hangs across the lower entry point. Its links keep one dark curve under the pier light. No clasp is lifted. Along the ferry deck, empty benches remain fixed behind glass panels. Their surfaces hold the last of the terminal glow. No one sits there. A life buoy hangs near the stairwell on a white bracket. Its bands remain bright. No hand reaches for it. Near the stern, a stack of cargo cones stands beside a painted locker. Their red sides remain dull in the harbor air. No cone is moved. A mooring line runs from the cleat to the bollard below the terminal wall. Its fibers remain tight and dark. No strain changes through it. At the lower gate, a faded sign reads, "Passengers only during boarding." The letters remain clear enough to read from the glass. No boarding returns. A rubber bumper strip runs along the hull beneath it. It stays pressed to the berth. No wave lifts it away. the channel beyond the pier, one buoy light marks the outer water. Its blink returns at a patient interval. No second beacon answers from the dark. Farther out, the harbor road bends behind the storage sheds in weak sodium light. No late van passes there. No engine reaches the berth. Inside the terminal, the brochure rack remains beside the wall. The maps stay in order. The weather notice stays clipped. At the service desk, the bell keeps its small, round shine. The monitor remains black. The leaflets remain stacked beside it. On the boarding bridge, the overhead lamps remain off past the first section. The tunnel frame fades into the darker middle span. No step enters it. At the far end, the ferry door remains behind glass. Its push bar keeps one dim line. No speaker call reaches it from the terminal hall. Below the pilings, black water folds and opens in slow, narrow lines. The movement remains small against the concrete wall. No wake enters from the mouth of the harbor. A ladder fixed to the berth wall drops toward the water between the fenders. Its rungs remain wet and dark. No boot finds them tonight. At the harbor doors, the chrome posts keep their places under the chain. Their caps reflect the gate light in small circles. No path opens through them. Behind the side partition, the jacket remains over the chair. The logbook remains open on the desk. No lamp is switched on there. From somewhere below the terminal floor, one pipe gives a low, settling note. Brief, then gone. The fluorescent hum resumes above the check-in row. The berth remains still below. The ferry keeps waiting under the windows. At the emergency case, the red life ring remains behind glass. The white bands stay clear. No latch opens there. The numbered key beneath the case keeps one pale line of light. It does not turn. It does not swing. Beyond the hull, the outer channel keeps its dark width under the buoy light. The bridge remains empty above the water, and the whole terminal stays suspended over the berth, fluorescent and watchful, while the ferry below holds its quiet shape against the dock until the glass doors, the chain across the harbor path, and the small lamps on the upper deck seem to belong to the same late hour beside the black water before dawn. Near the far mooring post, a second line runs down into the dark beside the hull. Its wet fibers hold the pier light in broken points. No hand tests the knot. On the upper deck, a narrow strip of cabin light remains behind one closed door. It stays warm against the colder lamps outside. No shadow crosses it. Across the terminal glass, the reflections of the empty seats lie over the water, like another waiting room suspended above the berth. Rows, pale light, dark gaps between them. Then the buoy light returns once more beyond the pier. The hull remains against the fenders. The boarding bridge remains empty. And the whole harbor keeps that late, patient stillness until the first gray trace of morning reaches the outer water. shadows keep their pale watch above the berth. Lo,